Hello everyone and welcome to the December Masterclass. Tonight we'll be going through 21 ways to rock your business in 2019, but of course get started right away. We'll be going over tools, strategy, and lots on Instagram. So you guys ready to get started? Let's do this. All right, so I want to start with this quote here. No one person changes the world, we together change the world. Now, what does that have to do with social media and branding? It has a lot to do with it if we are showing up impactfully online, okay? So the part of this training, we'll be talking a lot about really tapping in to like what is your driving force and what is the impact that you want to make with this incredible platform and with your incredible business. So here's number one. So this is in no particular order. So we're going to be jumping around a little bit, but I think it's going to keep you guys on your toes. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is something that everyone online is up against this. And it is the temptation, it is the distraction of all of the busyness, all of the things on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever you're at in your email. There's all these pop-ups, there's people who want you to shop, there's all these things, right? And if you are not on point, it can definitely get you and you'll be down a rabbit hole of the Kardashians or your favorite celebrity or your ex-boyfriend's pictures, like who knows where you're gonna go. So it's really super important to set your intentions, literally before you even pick up your phone. Set your intentions of what you want to create. So set really clear goals. I am going on Instagram to connect with 2 new prospects, to go on to direct message and follow up with these 2 people, and give yourself a time limit for that task. So this will really keep you on mark, right? So you're like, can I give myself 10 minutes to go and connect with a few new people and add a few more people to my prospect list? But give very specific task and a specific amount of time. That is how you do not get swooped away by some distraction. So what I use is my Beehive. It's called My Beehive and it's spelled just like that. And if you are a part of this group here, my coaching group, you definitely have heard me talk about this nonstop. So if you have yet to make the leap, I highly, highly recommend it, okay? I don't know any other system. I don't know any other person in network marketing who has a system that's working for them as much as this is really working for so many people now. So this will bring 4 crucial aspects to your business. Consistency, right? You know this is the secret to success. It's not what you do in 1 week. I know many of you are capable of doing, achiever runs, silver runs, even gold runs, but what can you do on an ongoing basis for a few years so that you do that and then maybe you can do whatever you want to do, right? It's that consistent effort. The accountability piece too, to ourselves. Maybe you also have an accountability buddy, but what about you being your own accountability buddy and say, okay, so my CVP is this week. Well, what did I actually do? And going back and looking at it. You can also set goals in this application as well, and it keeps you accountable, keeps you on track. Also, this has helped me to deliver rockstar professional customer service. So I will be the first to admit that my customer service, my follow-ups weren't always timely. Sometimes things, they got just forgotten about or, glanced over or whatever happened, and probably more than I even know about, it just kind of fell through the cracks, right, of my awareness. And then what happens if you don't follow up like a rock star? They're going to go try other products. They're going to, go join another company. If you're not following up with new associates who just came on board, they may lose their focus as well and kind of lose their interest too. So this has really helped me up my game. And of course, it has increased my business. So if you haven't already started using my Beehive, definitely use it and definitely get your team on it, because in terms of these 4 crucial aspects, not only do you need to embody them, but if your team is embodying them, that's how we're actually going to create that leveraged income. All right, so 2 posts a day is what we're aiming for. I get this question every single time I do a masterclass, every single time I speak on social media. It's really super important that you are posting 2 times a day, okay? So 2 times a day is the prime number. Of course, if you want to do 3, 4, go for it, but at least 2. And then find the times that work for you. Just look at the insights on your Instagram if you have a professional account. Or you can even just take a look and just say, okay, where was I posting and where did I get the most engagement? But if you have a business account on Instagram, you can see the insights and it'll tell you exactly what hours you had the most engagement. So for me, I chose 12 p.m. lunch hour and 9 p.m. ish after I get my kids to sleep. Based on my insights, these were the times where there was just slightly more engagement. But for you, it could be 2 a.m., right? So you just have to take a look into that and check it out. And then put a little reminder on your phone to make sure you do your posts, unless you're scheduling them. But we've covered this in the past. There's always more engagement when you're actually posting in that moment. It doesn't mean you didn't have something written up previously and had something, an idea ready to go. But definitely when you're posting in the moment, we tend to get more engagement. Okay, so don't preach, tell a story, right? So if you are representing a wellness product, which most of us are through USANA, it's easy to be like, you gotta take your vitamins, right? But why don't you tell a story? Because the thing is, facts tell, stories sell. And this quote from Zig Ziglar, if people like you, they'll listen to you. But if they trust you, they'll do business with you. So let's just think of a few examples here. So if you think about the first time you were taking your health pack, did you think that was a lot of supplements to be taking, right? What was your experience there? How did you feel in those first few days? Why did you start taking them, right? I wrote down here, what is the emotion behind what you are looking to promote, right? So what you're looking to promote, what is that emotion that you're hoping to convey, right? What is the problem you're looking to solve? What did you experience the first time you experienced that product, and how did you even want to experience it? What is the story there? Or what led you to join the business? Or maybe it was a really awesome pivotal moment in your business where you really got serious. What is the story there? That is attractive. I want to read that. I don't want to read, take my products, join my business. I want to read the emotion behind why you do what you do and how you got there. So make your branding matter. Now, you've probably seen this photo of me before, but look at the chalkboard behind this photo. Be who you are, not who the world wants you to be. Be who you are, not who the world wants you to be. And I think this is very important. Now, we talk about words like authenticity. Be authentic, be more authentic, be more authentic. We say that all the time, right? But what does that mean? And I can tell you just over the last few days, there were moments where I was really nervous to post because I was posting something really true to myself, really near and dear to my heart, but something also that maybe not everyone would appreciate. And this was me speaking about being a vegan, why I'm a vegan, animal rights, etc., right? So for years and years and years, I've never shared this. And then I realized I'm not sharing something that's very much who I am, right? So do you have a story that's relevant in that way, where maybe even, so I don't even know if it was a conscious decision, I think more subconscious, where you're, hiding a part of yourself for fear that maybe not everyone will love it. But what happens is when you speak more boldly, when you speak more honestly, people come out of the woodwork and you get their attention. And it's hilarious because literally when I posted that, I had 3 people unfollow me immediately. And then I had 2 people message me immediately, right? So don't be afraid of, not being everyone's cup of tea. Make your branding matter. So branding is more about just looking cool or pretty or whatever. It needs to be what draws people in to get to know you. There's a lot of Instagram feeds out there that I look at. I'm like, it's really pretty, but there's no emotion. I don't feel who that person is. I don't necessarily want to read the post, but it's really, really pretty, right? So worry less about it being super duper aesthetically galleresque, right? Take your time to definitely make sure you're putting your best pictures out there. But more so, it's like make it look attractive so it draws people in, but that's when it really matters, right? What is in your heart? What is the impact that you want to make? The more honestly you speak, the more your real audience, the audience that is meant to be on your team, to reach out to you for, to trust you in terms of their health, those are the people that can find you when you speak more authentically. Okay, this is a fun one. Don't forget about Boomerang. So I think when Boomerang first came out, we were like, it was fun. Like in here and there, we'll do like a little Boomerang, like champagne or whatever. But Boomerang is actually really cool for Instagram for a post, okay? So this is something that I was watching a few different brands use, and I was like, oh, that looks awesome. So it's like a GIF for Instagram. So download the Boomerang app. Actually, there's an Instagram Boomerang app opposed to doing it in stories. And there you can actually edit your Instagram GIF on Boomerang. And you can post and edit it on Instagram. But you can do a lot of cool things with it. But the thing is we've already covered this so many times that video gets more engagement, but people have a short attention span, right? So if you can catch a moment that is a moving moment and then have a cool story or caption around it, that's going to get a lot of engagement. So that's a fun little thing for you to do. All right, so hashtag collections. We've also covered this a few times, but there's a few things I want to share with you about this. So in your notes section, I want to make sure that you guys have hashtag collections of 30 hashtags. So depending on what your different target markets are, you may have one that's based on being a parent, sports, business related. Maybe it's raw food or keto or whatever it is. So have different collections of 30 hashtags, okay? So just, use your common sense and think of what would people be searching if they wanted this, if they wanted these recipes, right? So create those 30 hashtags. They can be spaced or not, it doesn't matter, but you actually can do your 6 dots above it. And that way you're just going to copy and paste that into the first comment on your post. And this is going to help more people to see your post. All right, next, so choose a niche to connect with. So let's focus on helping people more because it's the secret to helping more people and making more money. Who will get more bang for buck from buying what I have to offer? These are questions I want to ask yourself. They're little kind of like tricks to get to your niche. Who will get more bang for their buck by buying what I have to offer? Anyone could benefit from a program like that, right? Like the reset, but who would benefit the most? Okay, so who would benefit the most from the program, from the coaching that you're offering? Who would get the most value out of the Cell-A-View experience that you're offering? Who would get the most bang for their buck? See what I'm saying? So whatever you are currently promoting, rather than think of all the people like, okay, I want to make sure it's like specifically for this person in this age group, it's like, hey, wait a second, like who are the people that are going to value this the most? Who are they? And that way you're able to speak more directly to the people that you can help the most. So that's a little trick around niche that I thought would be helpful for you guys when you're posting, when you're running programs, and think about that, right? So who can this help the most? Okay, I really liked that little exercise I gave myself. So next, use your company's social media tools to save time. So some of you are super savvy at creating different graphics and things like that, but don't forget to leverage the tools that your company has created. So USANA has created incredible tools with our USANA Media Center. I'm in there all the time. And I always make sure I check there for the graphic, for the video, for the program guide before I create my own. So sometimes I'm doing a combination of what USANA offers as well as using Canva, and sometimes I know I just have to create something on Canva. But the more that you are actually doing the income generating tasks, which is adding new contacts to your list, prospecting them, and following up, the better, right? So you don't get paid for designing pretty things, so make sure that you are leveraging your company's tools as much as possible. One quick tip for USANA associates is that when you're in the back office and you're searching, just actually X out the country so that you can see what all the markets have, because sometimes in Canada, it won't show us what the US has, and even though it's relevant for both markets. So a little tip. Okay, next challenge for you guys this month is to run a contest. So this is a contest that I just ran. It actually ends today. And it is a gift basket of different gift certificates, products, services from local companies. So we gathered about 8 different companies locally, and everyone gave some sort of donation, including $100 to a gift certificate, samples, a pizza, you name it. And it was like maybe a $400 or $500 value on this. And I gave some new salon products. So how it worked was we gathered all these local businesses together, and then in the instructions, they had to follow all the different accounts. I think there was like 6 of us, and tag a friend. That's how they were entered. So it was very straightforward, which you want to really remember with contests. And I gained about 200 followers from that. So it was definitely worth the investment of, I think it was maybe $60 worth of product that I donated for the contest. So definitely do this. This was called the Holiday Glow Box giveaway, but now would be a great time to get a contest going for like a New Year's Eve one, or like a New Year, New You giveaway, okay? If you want me to be involved in your giveaway, let me know. I can probably join you. Next thing I wanted to challenge you guys on is to launch a challenge or a series. So you've seen me do it this past month with the WJC challenge. So this was actually a program that I ran previously and I charged for. And then I decided, let's actually bring it to Instagram. And I went live every single day for the month of November, the Wealthy, Joyful, Confident You Challenge. There was a hashtag that went along with it. And then what I did was I actually uploaded the video to IGTV. So now it's evergreen. It's always there for people to use. They can download the guide for free, and they can go ahead and do Wealthy, Joyful, Confident You at any time, because it lives on IGTV, as well as I put it on my Instagram stories too. So there's a highlight there on WJC. You'll find it there. So we also did a challenge for the Plant Powered Boys. I'm sure you guys seen it. It was called the Plant Powered ABCs. And me and my little guys, we did a letter of the alphabet. So A is for apple. And we talked about the benefits of every food that we shared. And that was over at Plant Powered Boys. So this really helped us to post consistently, to strengthen our brand. Also, it gave us, content that we could repurpose and, create value for other people. But really helps with the focus in terms of what do I post, because it's already kind of laid out for you. All right, so next thing I want you to do is get obsessed with share links. Okay, so please don't take this for granted, because this is something that I was pushing for, as you know, for so long. And now that we have it, it's really, really helpful. It makes the buying process very easy for your customer. You offer amazing, it shows how easy this business is, and also you offer amazing customer service, okay? So make sure you're using them, get obsessed with the shared links, and use them like crazy. Next is think big and take action. All right, so here's another challenge for you for December. So this here's a picture of Abigail Simon, who I have a follow-up call with tomorrow. Whether she comes on board or not, you probably will know by the time this recording is shared. But the thing is I've seen Abigail's post. She's a professional ballerina. She loves USANA products. She's health focused. So I approached her for the business. Now, different times in my business where I've done this, it's been really exciting, but it just always reminds me of why don't I do it more often. So I approached Bruno Mars's girlfriend, Jessica Cabin. She actually sampled the products and gave me a shout out. I brought on Jen Groover, who a lot of you guys know. So who do you really look up to? Who is like a professional athlete or semi-professional athlete that you have access to, or you can get access to? Who is your dream business partner? Maybe it's someone who's already very professional. think successful, influential people, right? It's funny because sometimes these people are easier to come on board than people who really could use an opportunity, right? So whenever I'm bringing on big wigs like this, what I do is I really manifest it. I'll have a picture of them, I put it on my office, and it's like, hey, that's who's coming on my team. And it definitely speeds up the process. So my tips for approaching them is to act as if you are approaching from corporate, right? So if you were paid, a 6-figure salary from USANA, and they said, I want you to see how we can partner with Abigail Simon, you would just get it done, right? So it's really no different. But with these big wigs, we'll call them, the biggest draw for them is really sharing how they can use their influence to help people get access to really great products, as well as very seamlessly create residual income for them, okay? All right, so next is tuning into your vision daily. This is really important, especially when you're working online, back to kind of getting distracted. One thing you want to do is make sure you know why you are building this business. Otherwise, you're going to kind of get distracted, or just like not be as excited, and you're definitely not going to be as impactful. So here are 3 ways for you to tune into your vision daily. When you wake up in the morning, have a journal. It does not have to be perfect. All my perfectionists out there, it could be like you scribbling, but a journal that's literally dedicated to you. The first thing you do in the morning is to write down like what you are creating in your life, and like what you're excited about. Like maybe you're waking up and you wish you could see the ocean from where you sleep. It's like, can't wait to be looking at the ocean from my bedroom. That's why I'm going to work today. That's why I'm going to work extra hard today. Can't wait to take my family on this dream vacation. That's why I'm going to work today. It's going to be so great. We're going to go here. We're going to go there. So really just freehand, just write what you're creating in your future life, right? Which could be in the near future, but also like what you're creating the next couple of years as well. I love this morning ritual. Definitely before you do that though, you might want to make sure you have a vision statement. On my blog, I do have a vision statement template. Also, it's in the Wealthy, Joyful, Confident You Challenge. It's basically just a letter to yourself, just writing in the present tense of what your life looks like, every single detail of it. So I have one that is for my 40th birthday, which is in 4 years, and that's my retirement date from really, giving it my all in network marketing. That'll be my hustle retirement date. And then, so make sure you have a vision statement, because that will help you with your morning ritual. And then having a vision board working at the same time, all the different angles, and you will be, so in tune with your vision, and will keep you on point in terms of being productive. It's also going to make you just really, really extra impactful in your conversations. All right, so here's how you appear in more search results on the Explore page. So you see how this is an example of Elise. She changed her name to Digital Nomad Entrepreneur, okay? So why did she do that? Because people are not probably searching her name. She's not quite that famous yet, right? So people might be searching for Digital Nomad Entrepreneur, and then she would come up in the search results, okay? So under tap Edit Profile on the top right hand of your Instagram, under Profile Picture, you'll find the name field. Change the text here to include your keywords. Once finished, tap Done on the top right corner of your screen. You've got this, right? So you can play around with it too. It's not permanent, so you can just, play around with it. I've done a few different things. Like right now, I think the Plant-Powered Boys, I'm not even sure what it says. I think it's like plant-based. I don't even know what it says, but it doesn't say their names. It's definitely the keywords. And on mine, I'm not sure what it says right now, to be honest, but I've done different things where it was like a residual income coach. I've done abundance. I've done a yogi. I've talked about success, like just different keywords. Right now, it may very well say Christa though. All right. So link to other profiles or hashtags on your bio. So you definitely can do this, and you probably know this, I'm not sure, but this is just, I love the store, I use this example, but They obviously have other accounts. So if you are running multiple accounts on your Instagram, you can definitely link to them here. You can also, if you have a hashtag that you are running for example, the Wealthy Joyful, the WJC challenge, that was the hashtag. So that lived in my bio when I was promoting that. So that's really helpful too. So it's pretty straightforward. I don't need to go over the steps, but I think you guys got it there. But that's also an opportunity for you to kind of cross promote as well. All right, so very simple. You may have noticed on both mine and the Plant Powered Boys, we have a different font going in our bio. You can also do this actually in the text for your captions. It's really simple. Just go to lingojam.com. You enter in the text, and then you just simply copy and paste. Couldn't be more easy. You don't need to be a techie to figure that out, but that can really just help add a little extra flair to your bio, help you stand out a little bit more. Really easy. Next is add line breaks to your captions. Also very easy, but I can't believe how many people don't know this. So just download the Later app. It's called Later, and compose your post there. So Later is actually designed to like post it later, to schedule it, but you can post it right away. And if you just create your text with the spaces and then you go post, it will copy the text, and you can just literally paste it. It's so easy, and it makes it, and I think so many even professional accounts are still doing like the ... So be above them. You're way further along in your social media game. Okay, so next thing is get more Instagram story views by including hashtags. Okay, so not 30. For stories, we can do 10. And what I've done actually is a lot of time I'll make them invisible by making the font the same color as the background. So if there's a little magnifying glass, you can actually match the color to whatever background it is. But if you just have like a white background, just make it white, and just, you can make it really, really small too. And it's awesome. You can also do, definitely tag the location as well to get more views for your story. So make sure you're using 10 hashtags on your stories as well as a location. Now this one's cool. Okay, so I love this little trick. I can't wait to try this out again tonight. I'm going to an event right now. So you can replicate portrait mode. I think that's on like the newest phones. I don't have portrait mode yet. You can replicate portrait mode with Instagram's camera. So basically what you do is you go to stories and then go to focus, and then it's gonna blur out the background. And then what you can do is just save it to your phone, and you can use it as a post, okay? Now, side note, something else that I use, another app I don't have a slide for, it's called InShot, InShot. So maybe you took the photo like this way, but you want to make sure that it's the right size sort of for Instagram. You can, or you took it like in a square, but you want to make it long without having like the empty space. InShot is where you can do that, InShot. All right, and that there is a wrap. So I hope this was like super actionable for you guys. I decided to film it this way so I could just kind of like get all of them out, so it's really easy for you guys to go back to and implement. But let me know what your favorite takeaway was and what you are committed to creating in December. Lots of love, you guys. Thanks for tuning into this, and I'm so grateful to have you on this journey. Let's really finish off the year strong and get ready for our biggest year yet. Bye, everyone.